Each year, more than 1,000 people die in commercial aviation accidents. Most crashes, like the one which killed South Dakota Governor George Mickelson, occur in small aircraft. But now a Minnesota company says it has a product that will prevent many of those mishaps. In tonight's Extra, making the sky safer for smaller airplanes. After 7 years of testing and more than $1 million worth of research, Ballistic Recovery Systems of St. Paul says it's perfected a parachute for aircraft. It's a concept already in use for gliders and ultralight aircraft, but now the FAA has approved the product for other planes. As Carol Evans Gale Plawocki reports, the company is hoping it'll save hundreds of lives a year.
Understand you're turning base now for runway 12?
Sure City got an emergency for you.
Got a mid-air out there.
Having trouble controlling the airplane right now.
2 aircraft are down. They collided.
It's something few of us have experienced, but there can be nothing more terrifying or deadly than a plane crash. And sometimes the loss of life touches the nation, like the death of South Dakota Governor George Mickelson in April, when the small plane he and 7 others were traveling in lost an engine and ultimately plunged to the ground in Iowa. But now a Minnesota company says their product could save many lives in aircraft accidents.
The parachute itself is mounted in the back compartment area. The system weighs about 34 pounds, and the parachute itself is about a 40-foot diameter canopy and opens in less than 2 seconds.
Boris Popov, founder and chairman of Ballistic Recovery Systems, had a dream. He wanted to design a parachute for an airplane.
This is the activating mechanism here.
First, they had to determine how much impact the human body could withstand. Parachute strength was tested on the ground.
3, 2, 1.
And finally came the trial runs in the air. And the results were nothing short of dramatic.
Beautiful. Everything's fine. Looks good.
Every year there are 900 to 1,000 general aviation fatalities.
He's going to slow in a hurry.
Our analysis of NTSB accidents shows that a ballistic parachute of this type will be effective in saving 60–65% of those fatalities, and that translates into 650 lives. Just making sure all the fabric and canopy is laid out straight.
The idea for the Guard 150 system presented several logistical challenges. The first was to make it strong, yet lightweight.
It's called the wind channel. This is where when the parachute inflates, this is where the wind will go up, and you want to make sure none of the fabric's in the way.
The second, to make it compact.
The whole package will end up about 6 inches in diameter and a little over a foot long.
Small aircraft have little room to spare. And finally, the chute had to work at low altitudes. That's where the ballistics come in.
It's a solid propellant rocket. It creates a peak thrust of about 125 pounds for about a duration of about 1.5 seconds. So it's more than enough to extract the parachute system.
Without the rocket, the chute would not work at low altitudes, its major advantage. But in order to make the whole idea viable, it had to be profitable. And now that the system has been approved for certified aircraft, it appears it will be very profitable.
There's approximately 20,000 certified 150, 152 Cessnas out in the field today. Supposedly that they all had received a new guard system on board. We're looking at a $100 million market.
And that's only 10% of the total number of certified aircraft in this country. And while they've only tests to prove it works for certified planes, they have real-life evidence their products have saved dozens of hang glider and kit plane pilots.
Pull the chute. Come on, Jack, pull the chute.
That kind of drama is hard to argue with. Gale Plawocki, KARE 11 News.
The engineers of the ballistic parachute say the system could be designed for full-size planes, but would need to be so large it would take up substantial passenger space.